بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد، حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الغر الميامين، أصحاب السماحة العلماء. My dear brothers and sisters, respected guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to offer my congratulations to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, on the event of Eid Al-Ghadeer, the a great event in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala picked the successor of the Prophet to continue the line of the prophethood in the name of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, to continue the line of leadership in the name of that great man. Historians say that when the Prophet ﷺ departed Mecca, going back to Medina, he was accompanied by at least 100,000 Muslims who joined him in the performance of Hajj that year, which was the last year of his life. Muslims from all around the Arabian Peninsula joined the Prophet in performing Hajj. The Prophet wanted Muslims to witness the Hajj for two reasons. The first reason, he wanted them to witness how he would perform Hajj. So every person goes to Hajj can do Hajj in the right way, following the footsteps of the Prophet. And that is why the Hajj, this last Hajj, is called Hajjatul Wada, the farewell Hajj. Because after this Hajj, the Prophet passed away. 2 months after this Hajj, the Prophet passed away. The Prophet wanted Muslims to witness firsthand how he had performed Hajj, so they can perform the same Hajj. So we can have one Hajj, not two Hajj, not three. So when Muslims go to Mecca, they can perform Hajj all in the same way. And of course, the Prophet ﷺ succeeded in achieving that goal. Now, when Muslims go to Hajj, it doesn't matter, Sunnis, Shia, Sufis, whatever, they perform the same Hajj basically. They all circumambulate around the Kaaba. They all walk between Safa and Marwa. They all go to Arafat. They all go to Mina. They all go to Muzdalifah. They all offer sacrifice, following the footsteps of their great Prophet. The second reason that the Prophet ﷺ wanted Muslims to witness the Hajj that year, because the Prophet had a very important message to deliver. Now the Prophet has this message to deliver for a long time. He has been contemplating about delivering the message. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was very emphatic with him that you need to deliver this message. The only hesitation the Prophet had over delivering this particular message is that he did not want to be accused of nepotism. No one would say that he is siding with his own cousin. But now, when he reached to Hajj and he departed Mecca, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left no room for him to wait anymore. No further delay. He's supposed to to deliver this message as soon as possible, before everybody is dispersed and there is no other chance for the Prophet to speak to that huge number of people anymore. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jebail while Muslims were heading north toward Medina. Some Muslims were going to other cities and other places. So when the Prophet reached a major crossroad that is called Ghadir Khum, the Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jebail. Jebail descended down on the Prophet, carrying a very powerful message to the Prophet. Ya ayyuha rasulu balligh ma unzila ilayk. Are you the Prophet? Deliver the message that has been delivered to you. بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل. If you hesitate to deliver the message of Allah, fearing nepotism, accused of nepotism or favoritism, وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته. Allah would not take all your efforts for last 23 years in consideration. All your efforts will go vain. Allah will not take in consideration all your hard work for last 23 years. وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ وَاللَّهُ يَعْصِمُكَ مِنَ النَّاسِ. Allah shall protect you from people. Don't worry about people. We people, we worry much about people. My dear brothers and sisters, the incident of Al-Ghadeer teaches Muslims one great lesson. Do not worry about what people say. Do not worry much about what people think. Rather, worry about your own duty, about fulfilling your own responsibility. Once you do your job and you have fulfilled your moral responsibility, do not worry about what people say. This should be your last concern. It is politicians who worry much about polls, about people's opinion. And that's why they try to cater to people. Sometimes they lie so they can keep people happy. Sometimes they make false promises just to keep people happy. Sometimes they make outrageous comments just to keep their followers and popular base happy. Islam says, do not worry about what people think. Worry about what Allah wants from you. وَاللَّهُ يَعْصِمُكَ مِنَ النَّاسِ. Allah shall protect you from people. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Those who like Allah's decision, fine, and those who don't, leave them alone. Don't worry much about them. Do your job. So the Prophet ﷺ had to ask all people, almost 100,000 Muslims who were traveling with him and who all left Mecca, going back home. They all stopped in that desert. And the Prophet ﷺ asked some of his personal aides to make a small makeshift podium for him. Where do they get podium from in that desert? They brought 2 camels, they attached them together, and they put something on the top, making it look like a podium. The Prophet ﷺ went up and gave a very brief message. It is too hot, extremely hot, in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. The Prophet ﷺ looked at people and he says, people, أيها الناس يوشك أن أدعى فأجيب. I shall be called upon soon and I will be leaving, I will be departing. The Prophet was predicting his own fate in that trip, in that day, that he will be leaving this ummah soon. يوشك أن أدعى فأجيب. I shall be called upon soon and I shall answer that call. أيها الناس إني تارك فيكم الثقلين أحدهما أكبر من الآخر. I'm leaving among you two heavy things. And if you stick to them, I guarantee you, you will not go astray. إني تارك فيكم الثقلين كتاب الله وعترتي أهل بيتي. The Quran and my family. If you Muslims adhere to both, I guarantee you, you will not go astray. Then the Prophet ﷺ asked Muslims this question. أيها الناس أيها المؤمنون ألست أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم? Do not I have more authority over you than yourself? They all said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. You have more authority over us than ourselves. You have more power. You have more authority over us. ألست بالأولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم? This is what the Quran says. النبي أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم. The Prophet has greater authority over you than yourself. Then the Prophet ﷺ, upon hearing their answer, when they said, yes, Ya Rasulullah, that you have more authority over us, he says, Man kuntu mawla. He took with his right hand, he took the left hand of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. He raised it so high so everybody can see. And he says, Man kuntu mawla, fahada aliyun mawla. Whoever I am his leader, his mawla, Ali shall be his leader. Allahumma wali man wala. Oh Allah, love those who love Ali ibn Abi Talib. وَعَادِ مَنْ عَادَاهُ. And take enemy those who take Ali as their enemy. وَانْصُرْ مَنْ نَصَرَهُ. And support those who support Ali. وَاخْذُلْ مَنْ خَذَلَهُ. And let down those who let him down. The Prophet finished and he came down, and that was the day in which the Prophet ﷺ left no doubt about who shall succeed him and who shall be the authority after the Prophet. No one other than Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. My dear brothers and sisters, I don't want to take much of your time because I know we have a very beautiful and diverse program. We have a keynote speaker, a guest speaker who came from Virginia, and she will be joining us, Sister Nicole. I don't know if she is in the audience or she has not arrived yet. We will have salah and then dinner. I would like to make one more comment regarding the MYC, the Muslim Youth Connection. My dear brothers and sisters, there is no religion in this world I know of that puts so much emphasis on the role of youth as much as Islam does. Islam is very particular about youth. Islam commands parents to be very careful on how to raise their kids. A father cannot be a true father unless he is a mentor, unless he's a leader. A mother will not be a mother unless she's a teacher. And indeed, the very first school that we all enroll in, it is our mother's school. And that's why the Arab poet says, Al-Ummu madrasatun, إِذَا أَعْدَدْتَهَا أَعْدَدْتَ شَعْبًا طَيِّبَ الْأَعْرَاقِ. Your mother indeed is a school. She is the first school our kids attend. We learn akhlaq from our parents. We learn morality from our parents. Yes, we learn science in the school. We learn mathematics in the college. We learn chemistry in the university. But where do we learn morality and akhlaq? Where do we learn distinguishing good from bad? At the house, in the house, at the family. That's where we learn these values. When yesterday this guy took his rifle and started shooting people in Oregon, in the college, in the community college. What did go wrong? What's wrong with this person? They may tell you he's insane. I doubt he's insane. I doubt, because this has been happening again and again. It's being repeated in our society every once in a while, that someone will take a piece of gun and shoot people, kill them randomly. What is the problem with the perpetrator? What is the problem with other perpetrators who have killed hundreds and maybe thousands of people so far in our colleges, universities? Why? What is going wrong? The wrong is with something, the problem is with something that we call morality. When people's morality goes so low and they have no regard for a human life, this is what's going to happen. When we do not emphasize akhlaq, morality, and ethics, we see the society is turning into nothing but a jungle, where the powerful would prey upon the weak, where it becomes so chaotic that every person can do whatever they wish without any regard to morality and akhlaq. So Islam emphasizes akhlaq from day one. And this is what MYC is trying to do, to bring Islam to our family members, to our children. My dear brothers and sisters, one thing we learn in Islam, that you do not only practice your religion in a place called masjid. It is not once a week event that you go to the masjid, pray and leave. My masjid has to be my own heart, has to be my own home. I need to turn my own home into a masjid. I need to have my constant relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 24/7, not once a week. Not once a week. And this is what we are trying to do, to promote morality in the life of our children. So our children not only become religious, learn how to pray and how to fast, rather to become true human beings, committed human beings who understand their own responsibility. They know what their mission is in this life. And this is about MYC. My dear brothers and sisters, the vast majority of Americans have negative views about Islam. 60% of the Republicans, I read this statistic yesterday to my son, 60% of Republicans in this country, they believe that Muslims should not be allowed to practice their religion and Islam should be banned. Why is that? Do we blame them? Do we blame them? Or we should blame ourselves? These people are ignorant, and we know they are ignorant. And Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, the man we are celebrating today, he has a beautiful saying. He says, "An-nas a'da' ma jahilu." People are enemy to that which they do not know. When I do not know much about Islam, I will have a wrong idea about Islam, and I will see Islam as a threat. But when I'm educated about Islam, when I told the true story about Islam, that's going to change. We Muslims have to change the perception of Islam in the minds of millions of Americans. Who's going to do this? It is our youth. It is our children. This is what the MYC is doing. Trying to empower our youth so they can be ambassadors of Islam to this nation, to these people. Because we have a responsibility by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to preach Islam. Preach Islam not necessarily through reading the Quran to people, rather by implementing the true Islamic character and the true Islamic akhlaq. People then will have a different perception about Islam. I would like to thank you all, my dear brothers and sisters, for participating in this beautiful event tonight. I would like to specifically thank our dear brothers and guests who came from a long distance, Dr. Nasiri, Dr. Ayub, and others who joined us. And all of you, and especially the honorable scholars, I would like to thank you all for participating in this event. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support you all, to accept your a'mal. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.